I just felt like I'm looking at a book and the publishing date's like 1998. I'm like, why am I spending like $1,000? I actually did the math for my tuition. Every class was about $1,000. Because if you actually broke down your tuition of like $50K a year and you're going to a class 2 days a week, I kind of did that because there's times I skipped school a lot, and which we'll touch on later, where I'd go and like work on a job with you.
Wow. I never thought to like break it down.
And I was like, damn, like me missing this job. I was just in my head like, okay, I'm kind of like paying $1,000 to be in this class today for these 3 hours. So I'm like, damn, if I miss this job, like, is it worth it? I ended up 9 out of 10 times I'm like, yeah, fuck this class. And we'd go and do some stuff. But like, I mean, if you really break it down, isn't that kind of insane? What you would spend $1,000
per class.
Yeah. I mean, it might be a little plus or minus. If anything, since 2016, I bet tuition's gone way up.
Yeah.
But it's nuts, dude. Like, I would think you have $1,000 for like a master class or something.
Before we dive into some stories and stuff, what was your student, like your debt coming out of film school then?
I had very similar to you, the scholarships.
Yeah, scholarships.
Halfly cover it. And then my folks helped me cover the other 25%. And then the other 25 I took on student debt.
And that 25% total,
I think I ended up leaving for 3 years with like 26,000 in student loans.
I got you.
And I paid them down pretty aggressively. It's funny. The minimum payment when you leave is like $200 a month. And I think they know that because a lot of students are broke. So like when I finally set up the account, kind of like your mortgage dashboard, it's like, here's your interest to debt ratio. And I was like, F this, and just would do like $1,000 a month and just paid it off. But dude, there's probably some people who literally pay it off their whole life.
Yeah. No, there are, I mean, for sure. Like I know Will Rouse, like to this day, he's still paying his student loan debt down because like, it's just like,
so you didn't have any?
Me?
Yeah.
I had none coming out.
That's dope.
Absolutely none.
Well, you were also, I mean, I guess I was in state too. Chapman was a private school, so I do think it was like kind of expensive. But, you know what's crazy just on the note of student loans, because I think it's worth mentioning. Like, think about it, right? If you were to go buy a house, let's say is $1 million, and they're going to look at your financials. They're going to assess if you can afford the house or not.
Yeah, I know where you're going with this.
So
this is crazy.
What's insane to me is a bank is going to look at your money and be like, okay, you made X amount of money this year. You're going to need to put this much down, and cool, we approve your loan. We're going to lend you this money. Isn't it kind of insane that like student loan lenders literally look at a broke student and be like, oh, they have no means to pay for this now, nor will they have any means to pay for it as a broke kid out of school. But yeah, here's $200,000.
Yeah.
That to me is absolutely ludicrous.
Yeah. No,
and it cripples people, you know?
The system is rigged against you because if you go to buy $1 million house and you can't afford it, the bank's not going to lend it to you. You're like, no, like you will not be able to pay this. You can't afford it. They will not lend you the money. You can get a student loan, period. Like they'll just, here's the money, and you're just crippled. And now
what's so crazy about that? Because student loan, they give money out to anybody. The ecosystem around school, around loans or going to universities has inflated because now textbook manufacturers know that, oh, we'll just make our textbook $500 because they can literally just get a loan for any amount, and any student can get a loan for any amount. So like literally it's kind of like the cost of goods circling the university program have such these like crazy inflated rates. Some of my college textbooks, I kid you not, because we've made some ads for our film program, like for the price of it literally was like a $500 textbook that I maybe opened once, and it was just because I had to have it for the class.
That's crazy. Yeah.
It's just so dumb.
I just remember like, I mean, again, it's hard for me to understand it from the other side, like from people coming out way in debt, but like I was able to be on that side of like, obviously like it was taken care of and I didn't come out of debt, school out of debt, but like had it been put in front of me, like, hey, go to film school, pay $100,000, be $100K in debt, or don't, and figure this shit out and become a film. Like I think I genuinely would have taken that route.